I've been in HR for 40 years, and I've been working directly with CEOs over the past 20 years. And here's what I've seen and what I've learned. There are two concerns CEOs have: time and talent. Here's what that means. CEOs are increasingly aware they are not allowed a lot of time by markets and investors to show they can increase the value of the company. They can increase the relevance the company has for its customers. And when you have relevance for customers, you have relevance for investors. The other thing I've seen and learned is there is a big concern with CEOs about, am I having the right talent on the right priorities, on what really matters? At the same time, CEOs, and that's shown in annual surveys, they often feel underserved by their HR teams. Does that mean these HR teams are missing abilities? Probably not. It probably means HR teams are not focusing on the sort of priorities and the sort of levers for performance the CEO needs in order to perform. This is where we come in. We work with CEOs from the time and talent perspective. How can you shorten the path to value creation by ensuring you've got the right talent on the few priorities that matter? We've seen strategies that are wide and big and deep. We've seen value creation plans where almost everything has to be taken on at the same time, from understandable ambition. What we know and what we've learned is the company doesn't absorb that. The company is unable to absorb that multitude of priorities at the same time. So we work with CEOs to boil down the strategy or value creation plan to the very few spots, the very few buckets where invariably 75 to 80% of the value sits. And in each of those spots, those buckets, we help them to identify the few things that need to happen in order to create the value. Interestingly, CEOs never find that difficult. CEOs never find it difficult within the strategy to identify the few things that have most impact. And in the next step, we then help them to identify the few roles, there are only a few, often lower down in the company, that do the heavy lifting of the value creation. And by doing that, we help the CEO to create lines of sight with where the action is that is relevant for company performance. And that in turn helps the CEO to make better choices about what to be involved in and what to be less involved in. The result is better value creation and a shorter path to value.